And welcome back, everybody. It's Monday morning. Nice to have you with us. And that's a great crowd out on our plaza. Sun shining. Nice to have you along.
I wonder if they're all here to see the Brady Bunch.
Could be. They're going to feel like they're on the Brady Bunch set out there.
I mean, is that not an incredible likeness? Check it out. As we pull this camera back, we're going to realize that they're actually on the plaza. Is this crazy?
We've recreated the house.
I know. It looks like they're on some Hollywood set, but that's our plaza.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
We're going big for the Bradys.
Hey, everybody, 8:30 on this Monday morning. We are living the television lover's dream right here. You guys, we're on the steps of the Brady Bunch house.
I'm going to go check out Greg's room already.
All right, how many times? Where did he say he was
Incredible.
going?
He was getting some out of Greg's room.
All right. I mean, haven't you watched these series whenever you saw the show and wondered what would it be like to be hanging out? And we're doing it. It's pretty cool.
I mean, it's so fun. This is so the Brady Kids are here.
Yeah. All of them.
I mean, they've actually grown up, and here they are. And they have a new renovation show on HGTV. We're going to have a little reunion. We'll talk about that.
Welcome back. Is this right? It has been 45 years since the Brady Bunch aired its first episode. Is that true?
1969. And it ran for 5 seasons, which is incredible. 50. Unbelievable. Let's do the math. Well, the beloved show has cemented its place in pop culture history, and we've got the 6 actors, of course, played the Brady Kids. They recently got back together for a very special project. They teamed up with HGTV for A Very Brady Renovation. Follows the actors and HGTV designer as they completely got the interior of the Los Angeles home, whose facade, of course, was used as the Brady home, the one you saw on TV. Inside, they would shoot all that stuff, I'd imagine, on the lot. So if you looked at that house in Studio City from the outside, the iconic house, that's not what we all saw inside. So they renovated everything to make it look.
Well, here's the coolest part about all this. Not only are we talking about it, we've got the whole Brady Bunch here to talk about it. Barry Williams, Maureen McCormick, Christopher Knight, Eve Plum, Mike Lookenland, and Susan Olsen. Hi, you guys. Okay.
Us.
Thank you for being here.
We are so thrilled to have you guys here. And right when they said you guys were coming, we have a big, huge crowd here today. And I literally just said, can you guys sing it? 1, 2, 3.
So easy.
Is that wild?
Is this crazy?
Well, we all come from a big family.
Yeah, 50 years of getting it. It's amazing. It really is.
Nobody doesn't know that song.
I mean, the crazy thing is the different ages, the different generations, and you guys were only on. Did you realize back then just the impact this show was going to have on people for this many years?
I couldn't conceive of it.
No, because when the pilot came out, we got a really bad review in TV Guide. They said, as the 6 children join their parents on their honeymoon, we hope they never come down again. Cal Surprise, here we are 50 years later.
I didn't even realize that. I'm 45, but 46.
Critics.
I was watching reruns at the time.
Oh, yes.
I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
That's when it got really big.
Yeah.
Really
In the reruns.
in syndication.
Yeah.
So when you
Late
have
70s,
something
early
that
80s.
awesome and that amazing, were you guys a little reluctant when HGTV came along and said, we got an idea, it's going to be really cool? Were you guys all on board for this big renovation
We didn't
project?
know how they would do it, but I
Yeah.
think we were all excited to spend time together, and it's been a year of hanging out. They actually let us pick up the sledgehammers and the nail
got
guns
involved,
and the skill saw, so we were involved in this project, and they've done a wonderful job. It is very, very specific.
Talk about some of the meticulous details inside the house. Like behind you, there's this horse. If you know the show, and lots of people do, you guys, the house is really authentic to what the interior was. How did you find some of the rare, like the stuffed giraffe? I think was in one of the.
I brought that giraffe from my home because they wanted us to bring something from our own personal house so that when we would walk through the door, it would feel like home.
Right.
So I never took it from the set, which I wish I would have. But they found one.
The real answer is you have to watch the show.
Yeah, I'm down to see it.
So did you guys break it down? Like each of you was responsible for a different area. So what were you guys responsible for?
The boys and girls' bedrooms and the Jack and Jill bathroom that connected them. My emphasis was really on wallpaper because I'm a graphic artist.
Yeah.
Custom printed stuff.
Yeah.
The bulk of my work went into the master bedroom.
Okay.
And I also did some early construction when the house was just being framed up in the main big living room.
Why don't you guys take this a step further, partner with the network, and you all move in the house and a reality show starts?
We're in. Slumber party. Itching powder.
I don't know about that.
So when it was done, when you guys looked at it, what feeling did you have? I mean, did it bring it all back, or was it so long ago that you guys are still trying
brought
to
it all
remember?
right
Did
back,
it?
and it was kind of
completely.
surreal.
Yeah.
Understanding that this is an establishing shot of a house that we never worked in, actually didn't even know the location to for 25 years after the show. So the audience was more in tune with where that house was than we were. And then all of a sudden, we know that the inside of the house can't look like our set because it wasn't. So that's the disconnect, that we have to then create that set inside of that exterior element.
Probably can't help walk into it. We're missing Florence,
Oh, my
Anne,
God.
Yes.
Robert Reed,
Immediately.
your parents,
When
and
I-
Alice.
Absolutely.
When I first walked in the house, I immediately saw Bob and Florence sitting in chairs,
Yeah.
and I saw Annie coming in from the kitchen. It was just
They're like
amazing.
collectively all of our parents. Like if I saw that, I would feel emotional about that. As if they're my
Well,
parents.
All of
that's
our
just
scenes-
it.
all of
Because now we have a wall.
Yeah.
And where there wasn't a wall, I was missing being able to look and see my mother.
Right.
And the camera and the coffee machine.
And what do you hope people take from this when they watch it?
I hope they go back. It's a nostalgic, kind of idealistic sense and feeling like when you were watching the show as a youngster, even though it was reruns, you're just bragging, but recreate that kind of
What
sense.
happens to the house? What are they going to do with it?
And it's a fascinating challenge. Nobody knows.
Will someone buy the house?
There is a contest right now going on HGTV where you can go and stay in the house. There's a contest.
that's cool.
Check it out at
It's not
HGTV.
zoned. It's a neighborhood, so it's not zoned commercially, so they won't be able to make it a museum.
Yeah.
They'll have uses.
What do you guys think they're going to do with the house? Just speculation.
Come and broadcast from
Everybody
there.
wanted to buy that house. Lance Winsing tried to buy it.
Yeah.
HGTV outbid everybody for the project.
Yeah.
But there's probably a lot of interest in it. And I like the museum idea, though. I think everything experiences
it
now.
needs to be available to the public.
should
It's
walk
a
through
work
it.
of art.
Yeah.
And it should be viewed.
Well, you guys, thank you. Y'all make us feel so good. Just showing
Congrats,
up.
guys. Great seeing you all.
Thank you. This is great.
Glad to be here.
Appreciate it.
Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza, this is the third hour of Today.
This morning, a family reunion decades in the making. You may have heard HGTV bought the actual Brady Bunch house used for the exterior shots in the show.
Just seeing this picture puts me at peace. Now the show's TV siblings have transformed it to make it look exactly the way we all remember. And here to tell us about A Very Brady Renovation, we have everybody here this morning. Barry Williams, Marie McCormick, Christopher Knight, Eve Plum, Mike Licklenland, and Susan Olsen. They're all here with us. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning. Thanks for having
I guess let me dig right in here and say, I mean, we're all familiar with that picture, right? The picture on the outside. But what was it like for a process to make it an actual home?
Huge.
Wild.
It was huge.
That's a one-story house.
Yeah.
And it never made sense to me why they picked that house because it couldn't possibly
Have
be the
stairs.
Brady house.
We never
And-
worked there.
No, never worked there. And the inside seriously looked nothing like Stage 5. It
Nothing.
Nothing.
How many square feet are we
Nothing.
talking roughly?
That's about
Adding
2,000,
2,000.
2,500. They added
2,000
another
square feet.
2,000.
So you almost
Yes.
double the size of the house.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gutted that
Yeah.
2,500.
All of
did it-
America can sleep there now.
And we did it all without changing the line of the facade from the street. We added
That's so
That's what's
important.
amazing.
second story and everything.
Yeah.
And that's why we couldn't put Greg's attic on top because it would change the roof line. We put
Oh,
it
you're
down.
giving it away.
Spoilers.
So now,
Oops. But when we were here before,
You heard it here
we didn't
first.
really know how it was all going to turn out. We were all hopeful and we were all helping, but now it's done, and it is so amazing. The detail, you can't even imagine. I mean, it'll look great on TV, but in real life, it is perfect.
To be clear, none of you really had a background in this, right? Like none of you.
No,
Actually, we all did.
Had you? But I mean, you
Yeah.
look like.
I
I
have.
Yes.
built a few homes.
Yes, really? Yes.
I've remodeled a lot.
So you weren't going into this thing blind. Like you had,
No.
But we did have significant help.
significant.
We saw the Property Brothers. I saw a
Yes.
bunch of people. Here's what I wonder. Were there any iconic scenes or shows that you remember, and then when you were in this house and you were recreating it, that it kind of, I don't know, hit a soft spot for you?
Yes.
It brings it all
really?
back.
So many.
Give us
Of
one.
course.
So many. Gosh. Well, when I first walked into the house after it had all been redone, because they took us away and we couldn't see anymore. I walked in, and right away, when you walk in that front door, I saw Florence and Bob sitting in the 2 green chairs together, and I literally saw Annie coming in with a wooden spoon from the kitchen. I mean, they're so there, and so are all the other people that were a part of our crew and our parents. I mean, they're all in that house.
Easy to forget that we weren't on a set at Paramount.
Right.
We were actually in a house that we had turned into the set.
Yeah.
It's a great concept.
Yes.
What happens to the house now?
Good question.
We don't know.
No,
we don't know for sure, but there is a great contest going on. You can stay there for a week.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll do other shows from there because it's such a great set,
Yeah.
and it feels good.
The contest is open
It
for
feels good to be
a few
in
more
it.
days.
Yeah.
Submit a 30-second to a minute 30 video on why you deserve to stay in the Brady house for a week.
Well, I tell you what, there are a lot of people who want to stay there. In fact, when we put out the call at the top of the show to ask you questions, we got plenty. So
We've
stick
screened
around.
them, though. Some of them weren't appropriate.
We understand.
They weren't Brady.
Yeah, they're not Brady-like. So the gang
Very
is
Brady.
coming back to answer your questions when we come right back.
Has there been any talk of... Well, welcome back. We're here with the stars of the Brady Bunch, who reunited for A Very Brady Renovation. We've got some questions for you from our @Third Hour Today Twitter followers. All right, ready? Question 1. You guys ready?
Yep. Okay.
Who messed up their lines most often?
When we were doing the original
Yes.
show?
Yes.
Okay.
And you raised your hand. It must have cleared.
I had the hardest time speaking.
Dancing, singing.
Or doing, it sounds like doing anything.
You know,
what about this time
pretty
around? Who
much,
messed up
pretty
most
much.
often?
No, there is no messing
Yeah,
up
this
because
is like-
it's reality TV.
Okay.
So the only thing you could mess up is to curse, which I do a lot.
Barry did mess up. He was the one hurting people.
Barry tried to kill me, but, it was bound to happen eventually.
Oh my gosh, this is a good one.
You probably deserved
One of our viewers wants to know: do any of you still have any of the wardrobe from the original show?
I kind of grew out of it.
Well, that's fair.
Me too. I have a tiki from at home in my safe from the Hawaiian episode.
I remember that episode.
Yes.
Did anybody keep anything from the set?
I have, well, from the set, I actually stole something.
Wow.
I know.
We're admitting it now.
But I asked first if I
Statute of limitations.
I asked the prop guys if I could take it. It was just a wooden Santa that was on the wall during A Very Brady Christmas.
It
yeah.
wasn't like we knew we were going off the air.
Yeah.
So, you really didn't have an opportunity. It was like a fire sale.
Right.
We're not going to come back, so take what you want.
If I had taken something, my parents would have probably made me bring it back.
It's very Brady-like.
Let's get this one in.
Another question. Got another question from one of our viewers here. Let's see. We're not going to... Okay.
Well, it says, would you consider doing a reboot where you recreated each of your favorite episodes? Ooh.
That would be sort of strange, wouldn't it? Just playing
Very odd.
children.
Well, you would be your current
That's
age.
You'd be
very
at the
strange.
I mean, I don't think I can get away with what does that mean?
Oh, that's funny. I remember that one. That was a good one. All right, one
Still
more.
got it.
Last question. Favorite episode?
Ooh.
Why?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Everyone.
Yeah.
Mine was, I think, where I was with Florence singing together wherever we go.
I love the pilot because it was so innocent and it set the tone for the rest of all that was to come.
Guys, congratulations. I'm so happy that everybody gets to fall in love with you guys again.
Hopefully this isn't the last time we see you
I don't
guys
think
like
it will
this.
be. You can watch A Very
We'll be
Brady
back.
Renovation tonight on HGTV. We'll be right back.
See what I did there? A little thing called...